Hey y'all, sorry I am late for this video, but I'm here now. Um, I can see already right now this season is about to be a fucking whirlwind. Pretty much a continuation of what happened last season, even though Kat is not going to be on the show this season. But that whole lake house situation is just definitely going to fuck up everything and change the dynamics of the shop forever. You know what I mean? So, and I mean, everybody is going to have a difference of opinion when it comes to all of this. So, it is what it is, but let's talk about the episode. So actually it does open up with Ryan, reflecting on everything that then happened. Charmaine, her being at the radio station and her giving her thoughts. And mind you, this is 2 months after the whole lake house situation. And we also see Four and Nikki as well. So let's start at Charmaine's dinner party. So she's having this dinner party because she needs to be kept company because Neek did decide to take the job in Africa. And you guys know he's going to be gone for like 6 months. But her and Neek are still going strong. So that's a good thing to hear. So she invited Lily, Van, and Jen over so they could, help cook and everything. And, she has everybody putting on an apron and whatnot. So Charmaine, she brings up Ryan. And, not Ryan. Charmaine is saying how, Ryan is acting like a kid and everything, like for him to like be gone, MIA for this long and not telling us, like what's the deal and what's the issue. And she's thinking it's because of the whole cat situation when they, was telling him about himself. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of them having this conversation, Lily, she ends up getting the snap, or either she got on Snapchat and saw that Dawn was getting head from some other female. Now I did talk about this briefly during last season because this is when this whole situation came out. And at the time, because Don, we couldn't see his face in the video, he tried to lie and say that it was his homeboy using his Snapchat or whatever so he could throw his girlfriend off and everything, this, that, and the third. And it really sounded real suspicious, like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? When he came with that explanation or whatever. So, everybody just kind of really reserved their thoughts on the situation until we got some more information. So, sometime after last season ended, that's when he came out and admitted that it was him in the video and everything, and giving his apologies to Ashley or whatever, this, that, and the third. You know how that goes and everything. So as they're viewing this video, they're all shocked, like, nigga, really? Like, you just don't learn. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna be on video getting caught doing this shit? Like, Ashley gonna cut your dick off. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get more into that later on. So, meanwhile, Charmaine and Four, they head on over to Nine Mag and everything. And they notice that the sign is missing. And they're thinking, well, maybe it got knocked off or something. Maybe it's inside. So as soon as they step inside, they see that the shop is a mess. Like, it's pretty much in shambles, like a sabotage. And, Lily and Van, they show up to see the mess as well. And there's even bullet holes in the wall and everything. And, Charmaine, she instantly thinks that Ryan did it because none of his shit was messed up. Everybody else's equipment was messed up but his. So she thinks that he did it. You know what I'm saying? And Van agrees, and he feels like that is some bitch ass shit for him to do. And, he starts going off in true Van fashion or whatever. Y'all know how Van does. Be about to pop a blood vessel going off the way he be going off. But I do agree. That is some bitch shit for Ryan to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be this boss or whatever, but you do some shit like that. That's how you go out? We'll talk more about that in a minute. So, we have Ashley. She's staying in a hotel with the kids and everything after the whole video of Dawn coming out or whatever. And I'm like, damn. Why he ain't leave? I guess because he the one who paid the bills or whatever. But still, it's like, that's your wife, and you got her and your two kids out here in the hotel and shit. Like, I'm just saying. But anyways, so her cousin is the one who actually showed her the video of Don, getting head from the girl or whatever. And as she's reflecting on the whole situation or whatever, their son DJ is saying how, he wants, his dad and everything, this, that, and the third. And of course, he's small, so he doesn't really understand. So Ashley is trying to explain to him that, I'll definitely make sure I'll definitely make sure that you'll see your dad, but things are going to be kind of different or whatever. But of course, he doesn't understand or whatever. So, Candace, and I think Candace is her friend, right? But she comes through or whatever to talk to Ashley and see where her head is at and everything. And Candace gonna have the nerve to sit up here and talk about something. I mean, I just don't understand why he keeps on cheating and everything. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. I'm like, because Ashley keep on staying with his ass, that's why. Like, that's saying a man only gonna do what you allow. She allows herself to be disrespected. She constantly is taking him back, took him back in, and he done had a whole baby on her. You know what I'm saying? And still got married to him anyway. I was just like, I don't know if Candace trying to be funny or whatever, but I was just like, I mean, okay, girl, like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so apparently, excuse me, the girl that was in the video with Don is saying how they've been having this affair for months now, and this, that, and the third. And Ashley, she's just getting emotional and everything. And Candace is comforting her, DJ is comforting her, and I did feel kind of sad though, because DJ is, he was standing right there and everything, and seeing his mom cry like that or whatever, especially about his dad and everything. The other son, I think, was, he's only 4 months, so she had just had the baby at the time when all of this shit was going down. You know what I'm saying? So I did feel bad in a sense, because of the fact that DJ was there, and he had to watch her be like that and everything. So then we have we're back at 9 Mag again. The crew all gets together. Even Cobra is there. Sticky Fingers Cobra. She's there or whatever. I don't remember seeing Junior. I'm like, the hell Junior at? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so they're all talking about, the whole situation with Ryan or whatever. Don ends up showing up, and of course he's not in the best of spirits because of the whole situation that's going on with him and Ashley right now. And they're saying like, hey, they're saying like, yeah, we need your input on this too or whatever. And Don is like, listen, I got my own shit to deal with. I give a fuck about what's going on with this damn shop right now, okay? My marriage is in fucking shambles, let alone this damn shop. So anyways, Jen is there. I don't know why Jen needed to be there, but she's like, well, I'm gonna just cut to the chase. Does it have to do with the whole Snapchat video? I'm like, duh, Jen, what else would it be about? You know what I'm saying? So Dawn is like, yeah, I fucked up and everything. She's staying at a hotel because she don't want to see my face right now, this, that, and the third. And he doesn't really say too much else about it. So Van thinks that, he thinks it's because they didn't have his back with the whole cat situation at the lake house or whatever. So that's why, his panties is all in a bunch and everything. And like I said, I feel like that's fucking petty because they didn't have your back over some bitch. Not calling Cat a bitch like that, but y'all know what I'm saying. Especially because of the fact that you weren't really trying to own up to what the fuck you did in that situation. Like, really, Ryan? You know what I mean? Like, this, it's just not a good look. What fake, real, it's just not a good look. You calling yourself this boss or whatever. This is not how bosses move. You don't sit up here and sabotage your shop or the shop that you're leasing to try to prove a point to your employees or whatever. Or, to pretty much say, oh, fuck y'all and everything. You really could have went about this a better way. You could have sat them down and talked to them and told them that you wanted to part ways with them. You know what I'm saying? And you really could have gave them. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let me. Oh, matter of fact, we about to talk about it now. Because they decided that they wanted Van to be the one to meet up with Ryan or whatever, and because they feel like Van, y'all know they look at Van as like, the big brother in the situation, and feels as though he's the only one who could talk to Ryan or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know about all that, because y'all know Van got that temper, and even Van said, listen, y'all know I got a temper. I'm on parole right now. I don't know if I need to be the one to go talk to him, because I'm about ready to choke his ass out right now and everything. And they like, but yeah, you the only one that can do it or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, he agrees to do it and everything. So then we have the meetup between Ryan and Van. It's, dark outside. They meet up somewhere. I don't know if it was like by a train track or something like that. They met up somewhere, okay? And Van is like, so what is your issue sabotaging the shop and everything? This, that, and the third. And so Ryan, he owns up to the fact that, yeah, it was him that did it or whatever. And Van, he's like, you left me to pick up the pieces and everything. And, Ryan, he starts going in talking about something. You turned away from me with them hoes or whatever, this, that, and the third. And Van is like, who's hoes? What you mean hoes? And he like, Kat and Charmaine or whatever. I was like, wow. So they gotta be all that, Ryan? Hoes? And then especially Kat, the same hoe that you did some shit with. She wasn't a hoe then? Like, really, Ryan? And you always sit up here talking about this family shit, but you so quick to sit up here and call people that you claim to be family hoes because you're fucking mad, because you won't take full responsibility for your part in the situation. We know Kat wrong too, or whatever, but you ain't taking no kind of responsibility for your shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just, yeah, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And then back to the whole situation of him sabotaging the shop or whatever. I don't know who paying for it. I don't know who gonna pay for you sabotaging that shit. That shit gonna have to come out your pocket, or VH1, Big Fish Entertainment, whoever's. It gonna have to come out somebody's pocket, cause you don't own that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, the way that Ryan just handling this shit is just fucked up. Ryan, you planted the seed of this whole family shit in everybody's head and everything, and then you get mad when they act a certain way or act like they run shit too or whatever, this, that, and the third, when you done planted that seed in they fucking head. They got their shit with them too, and I'm not dismissing, Van, Charmaine, and, all Danielle and all of them, whatever, because they got their shit too, and, we done talked about that. But Ryan, you're supposed to be the fucking boss or whatever. You should have been able to. It's okay if you wanted to have like this whole family dynamic thing, because fuck, we have people that are blood family members that go into business together. But you should have known how to separate the business from the personal, which is something you obviously don't know how to do. And then you sit up here messing around with your employees and stuff like that. I mean, it's just, making shit even more complicated than what it already is. So it's just like, come the fuck on now, Ryan. Like, you sitting up here trying to put blame on everybody else instead of looking inside yourself and realizing that you got some shit with you too. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so, Van is saying, listen, I can't hold you down and you don't want to be held down. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that hold me down shit. Let's lift each other up. But, whatever, moving on. So Van is like, nigga, I got issues too, I got family to feed too, and you ain't even think about that shit or whatever. And Ryan is like, listen, that family thing and, that shop and shit is dead to me. I'm not renewing the lease. So Van is like, well, listen, how much time we got left? Ryan gonna sit up here and say they only got a week left. So you've been avoiding them for pretty much about 2 months. And then when you and Van finally have this meetup, they only got a week left. You didn't like this. Like I said, this is just not a good look all the way around. No matter how you slice this shit, you leave them out here with only a week left to fend for themselves or to figure out what the fuck they gonna do. Like, come on, Ryan. Come on. You got to do better than that. You supposed to be this businessman or whatever. You got to do better than that. Even if you feel some type of way towards these people, the professional thing to do would have been to set up a meeting with all of them and let them know what was going on. So they would have had enough time to get themselves together or figure out what they needed to do or what would be the next step for them to do as far as their livelihood is concerned. Anyway, so we see Rachel and Ryan. He's, he don't rent it out like this suite or whatever, so he can do his tattoos there until he figure out his next move, and he don't really feel bad for leaving them high and dry or whatever because he feels as though they deserted him. I tell y'all that Ryan Henry, he's really something else. They deserted you first, all because they did like this whole loyalty thing. People really got this shit fucked up. I can be loyal to you and tell you when you wrong as well. That's what a real friend does. Not sit up here and co-sign to your bullshit just to make you feel good about yourself and make it feel like and I mean, if that's the way I gotta prove that, oh, I have your back is me being a yes man to you, then I don't need to be your friend. I can't. So anyways, we have Ashley. She's with Candace. She's trying to sneak into the house for a minute to, get some of her clothes or whatever, I guess, and go on back to the hotel. And she knows that Don is at the shop, so that's why she, is choosing, this time to go head on and do it. But of course, VH1, they called Don and let them know that Ashley was at the house. So he comes in or whatever and he wants to talk. And so, they sit down and have a conversation, and he's sitting up here talking about how he done made a mistake that could have been prevented if he would have thought about his family and stuff like that first. And it's just like, whatever, Don. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, listen, we all was bigging Don up because last season, because it did seem like he was taking strides to make a change or whatever, this, that, and the third. But once I did hear about this video, and then especially once he confirmed that it was him in the video, I wasn't surprised either, because of the fact that we know Don does have a history of cheating, and then on top of that, he had a baby on Ashley. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when he had said that shit, I was just like, you talking about you made a mistake or whatever that could have been prevented had you thought about your family first. Is that what it really is? Or do you think had you would have not put it, or would you still would have went through with it had it not been caught on film? Do you really regret doing it, or do you regret the fact that you got caught? I'm just saying. But anyways, so she's going off on him like she always does or whatever. He trying to feed this bullshit that it was like a one night stand and everything. And Ashley was like, nigga, please, you had handcuffs with this bitch or whatever. And she's like, you a liar, I deserve the truth and everything. And Don is like, I mean, you making her relevant or whatever. It's like he kind of started going back into that old Don mode. Not really taking accountability or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she like, you and Ashley, she's like, you made her relevant by fucking sleeping with her. Like, what are you talking about? You trying to put this shit all on me and everything, you know what I'm saying? But they start talking about the kids and everything, this, that, and the third, and Ashley's friend Candace, she in the background crying and stuff like that, listening to the conversation. I'm like, girl, fuck you crying for? I was like, what's she crying for? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so he gonna have the nerve to sit up here and talk about I'm hurt too because, I ain't around my kids and all this stuff, this, that, and the third. And she's like, you did this shit, not me. You know what I'm saying? And she says, you know, as much as it hurts for me to say this, we're done. Yeah, we gonna see how long them being done last, okay? So anyways, back at 9 Mag, Van comes in, he pretty much tells them that Ryan is over it, the lease is up. 4 is pissed off because he feels as though he should have known out of all people, considering the fact that he's been one of Ryan's yes men. You know what I'm saying? So, Van lets them know that it's only a week left on the lease and everything. And of course, everybody's pissed off and they in their feelings and everything, which rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? But especially the people that really didn't do nothing to Ryan. You know what I mean? But anyways, that was the first episode, you guys. I'm sorry, my thoughts was just all over the place with this situation, but yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, y'all.